This is a little house we're fixing to do a removal of a bee colony. About 8:30 in the morning on a Friday morning. This is what the surroundings look like. Probably a quarter of a mile off the beach in Pass Christian, Mississippi.
I don't know why that was pulled out,
right?
But that's where they are.
To. Yeah. They need to be re-insulated.
It's right there.
This is a decent sized little colony here. Hope the wind noise is not too bad, and this camera's blowing pretty good under the house here, but this hive right here, this is one of the easiest hive removals there is. There's not a lot of construction stuff involved. I'm just cutting back the vapor barrier under this house a little bit, and they can tape that back up later. Filming upside down here, but you can see that most of the house is insulated, and what drew them to this spot here is just, there's no insulation in this space here between the joists. These first little pieces are always the easiest, and thankfully on this one I'm usually having to start at the outside and work my way in, and it's usually under a lot of houses it's more difficult access the further you get in that way. Luckily there's plenty of space on here, so I'm just starting on the inside and working my way towards the outside.
This is just land.
I'm just cutting a little bit of this, and a lot of this you can just grab it and slowly wiggle it back and forth, and it'll break loose and you can pull it right out. I don't have any protection on yet. They're being very gentle so far. They are bumping me a little bit, but hadn't been stung yet. Wow, this comb's really brittle, so might not be able to get any of this out in one piece. This stuff's real brittle. It's dry. The hardest part about doing these is you lay it on your back and your neck gets tired from holding your head up. Isn't there some kind of movie like this about people under the stairs?
I don't know.
A little cold to be out here fooling with them is a problem. It's probably 62 degrees, and it'd be easier in warmer weather. Being as gentle as I can, not to
so we can get some water in it.
try not to crush too many bees. You're gonna have some casualties. Try to be real careful, and at the same time, because of the way I'm laying, I'm having to one hand most of this. I don't want to get to a point where that falls down on my face. There we go. That's got a good big chunk of honey in it. This thing's heavy with honey.
You want some of this honey?
Yeah, where would I put it in?
You got a big bowl. We can put it in if you got a big solid bowl of plastic stuff. Anything we can trim it down and put it in there for you. Live off of it over there.
So they don't hide in it?
No. They stay in there.
There's another heavy piece. Hey, Dave.
Sir?
You want to band up this chunk of honey?
Yeah.
There's not going to be any bruise. It's covered with bees. That stuff's brittle. It's liable to break off.
Just wrap it around and
Are there bees in there?
Yeah.
I had to go out and put some protection on. I dropped a big piece of comb with a bunch of them on it, and they didn't like that at all, so I took a few stings to the neck and the forehead and the top of the head, because about 3 of them got caught in my hair. Here's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Try to get this piece out without dropping it. Oh, what a save. All right, here's a big one. Yeah. They've been in here a good long while, all summer probably. They've been in here long enough to go through a brood pattern at least once.
No sign of queen, huh?
Nah.
Like here, you might not even spot her. She's probably down for
Yeah, here's a little section.
Size and
Here's a little section with a little bit of brood in it.
normally about half of them larger than that because of the eggs in her abdomen. But this late in the year she quits laying, so her eggs are reduced and she's more apt to look like them. She's a little bit longer and her body is a little longer than her wings, than her wing reach is. All the way to the back almost.
Oh, come on. This is fixing to fall. I sliced that one because there's some brood in it, so it might come apart when you pick it up. These next few I'm gonna hand you. You might want to start looking for the queen. I'm getting on some brood.
Alright.
What's wrong?
You got me in the finger.
Join the club. Homeowner Mr. Doug after been helping carry comb. He ain't scared. Some people just ain't scared of him. I said some people just ain't scared of him. Dang it, our secret's out. Here's some more good brood. Getting close. I'm on the last 2 pieces. You ready? I'm ready. My neck's screaming. My neck said, get out of here, your head's too freaking heavy.
The Bible says men don't work, neither should you. I'm a believer in that.
Well, I'm working, so you're gonna have to feed me when we leave here.
Fed you on the way here.
That ain't gonna last long.
Well, that's just an appetizer.
That was it. That was just a starter.
Just an appetizer.
I gotta keep my strength up, fight off all these stings I'm getting.
Yeah, I know. To cover my black eye. I've actually had years tell me, no, don't give me a head.
I got honey on my camera. We're getting down to the last of them. The queen's gonna be in here somewhere.
Okay. Sharp eye out.
I can't see nothing through this veil.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. Sure protects eyeballs.
Yep. I'd rather miss the queen than take another half a dozen stings. To the head.
Huh?
I said to the head.
Yeah.
That's what you call a cutout or a hive remover. Nice cutout and being put in a box right outside of where they've been coming and going. We'll lean this box up against the house and let it sit for a little bit. Attract the rest of them, because since they don't have a hive to go back to, eventually they'll all go where their comb and brood and honey is all that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's some nice stuff. It tastes good too. I had to clean my camera. I licked my camera clean.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion going on right now. They're not sure where to go. Their hive is not in the place that they remember it, so now they're searching out by scent. There's probably a gallon of honey in that little hive there. Access to this one was pretty simple this time. It was just removal of a piece of lattice, which the homeowner did before we got here. But a lot of times we'll have to take out walls or take off some siding and stuff to get to the hive. And in that case, it depends really on how busy I am, if I put it back or not. And I'll always have an agreement with the homeowner before I go into it who's going to put it. The homeowner, he's showing his wife a piece of comb. She don't want nothing to do with it. He's not scared of it at all. He's been helping us carry comb. So we got a decent sized little hive here, and we're just letting the box sit for a little bit. Let them all congregate. We're gonna come down here and grab a bite to eat while we wait on them bees to get in that box. Here's a product I don't use real often, but it works real well. It's Fisher's Bee Quick, and it's basically a bee repellent. The bees don't like it, and I'm gonna spray some up in that space they were in to try to eliminate their desire to go back under the house. I have a bit of bad news. Somehow the queen didn't make it. I'm getting under the house here to spray that Bee Quick, and I found the queen laying on this plastic. She's not moving, but she's not dead yet. She's moving just barely. Doesn't look like I crushed her, so I'm not sure what happened to her. I'm gonna put her in the hive, and hopefully that'll drive some of them into the box. She's a small little thing. She's still alive. Maybe I can draw them in like this. Normally I'd put her in the queen cage, but this one here ain't going nowhere, so I'm just going to put her inside the box. Like I say, she's not dead, so they can either go to her or drag her out, whichever they're going to do with her. I don't think she's going to make it, but at least she's in the hive, so there's nothing for them to be drawn to up under the house. So here is a spritz of Bee Quick. Well, it ain't spritzing. There we go. That's 2 spritzes of Bee Quick. space, and they do not like that at all. So there it is, Fisher's Be Quick, like a fart in a phone booth. Everybody wants out. Put them in the air with that Be Quick. We're going to have to give them another half hour or so. There you go, probably see them better against the neighbor's house. Looks like it might rain today, huh?
It's 30% chance.
Big and
Back to the same spot again.
it keeps landing right over here in the same spot.